Alrighty, welcome you all. Welcome to the Genius Drive. My name is Mandy, and we don't chase hype here. You already know that. We build proof. We don't depend on applause. We develop identity. This is Daily Growth Conversations, where we discipline our minds, we strengthen our habits, and we become who we said we want to be. If you're here live, please type "I'm present" in the chats. I see those who are live here today. Oh, I see you. AV, I see Favor, I see CJ, I see Kate, I see Feiji. Wow, thank you for joining. I appreciate you. Oh, I see Cool. Wow, I see Cole. I see Faith. Thank you all for joining. We have a large community here today, you all. All right. If you're watching the replay, please type replay in the comments because growth still counts for you. All right, let's settle in and get started today, you all. Okay, so yesterday we talked about focus. We talked about choosing one primary direction instead of spreading yourself thin, right? And for some of you, you made that decision. But today, we are answering something deeper, something different. And that question is, why do you still feel stuck even though you are trying? So tonight's conversation is called Why You Feel Stuck Even When You Are Trying. And this matters, my friend, because feeling stuck is one of the most discouraging emotions. It makes you question yourself. It makes you think you're behind. But what if I told you you are not stuck? Maybe you might just be overloaded. And overload creates the illusion of stagnation. Now, before we dive in, let's look at today's quote. This quote is, you don't feel stuck because you aren't moving. You feel stuck because you are moving in too many directions at once. Trying harder won't fix that. Choosing clearer will. So let's dive in today. Let me give you a personal story because I remember a season in my life where I was waking up early, I was reading, I was planning, I was writing goals, I was available to do so many things. From the outside, it looked like as if I was making progress, but inside, I felt stuck. I could not understand it. I'm trying. So why does it feel like I'm carrying something heavy? Like I still feel heavy. Then I realized something. I wasn't stuck. I was just overloaded. Let me bring you in on this. Have you ever felt busy doing so many things but not effective? If that's you, type busy in the chat. Okay? So I'm not the only one here. I see someone type busy. Someone is say, yeah, busy, busy. Okay, exactly. Busy doesn't always mean you are aligned. Stuck is not always laziness, my friend. Sometimes it's mental fragmentation. You're chasing five visions at the same time. You're listening to 10 opinions. You're comparing yourself to 20 timelines. And your brain can build in chaos. Now, let's take this deeper. How many goals are you mentally carrying right now? Type your number in the chat for me. Before I was able to bring my list to just one goal to achieve, I was having like five. Let me see your number in the chat. All right, someone say I have about six goals. Someone say seven. Someone say two. Ah, that's nice. Someone say three. All right. Thank you all for being honest. Remember, this is a judgment free zone. We don't judge anybody here. We're here to grow, we're here to build together, you all. Let me say something powerful. Every person who has built something meaningful learn how to eliminate distraction. They did not master everything all at once. They didn't divide their ambitions, they consecrated it. That's not obsession, that's alignment. They understood things most people ignored. That's why they excel. You know what? Energy scattered creates effort. You feel like you're doing so much, but energy concentrated creates results. Think about someone like Tyler Perry. He didn't start by building an empire. He focused on one lane, stage play. And after that, he mastered it. Then he went into films, then ownership. If he had tried to do everything all at once, he would have burned out. Focus gave him leverage. Leverage built longevity. Let me ask you something real. What is pulling your focus the most right now? Type one word in the chat. Let me see. Someone say overthinking, okay? Someone said comparison. Someone said someone is saying I have too many ideas. Yeah, these are real facts we're getting here in the live stream, you all. And people actually face this. Thank you for your honesty. The thing is, you can't fix what you won't name. Here's what happens when you overload yourself. You lose clarity, you second guess your decisions, you start calling it self doubt. But it's not your self doubt, it's cognitive congestion. You're mentally trying to live five futures at the same time. No one moves forward like that. Now let's think about someone like Steve Jobs. When he returned to Apple in 1997, the company was doing too much, too many products. He cut most of them off. They call it the elimination process. He simplified things. Focus saved the company, and clarity restored momentum. Sometimes growth requires elimination. Eliminate some things out of your list and focus on one thing so you can excel, then maybe come back to other things. Tonight, I want you to do something uncomfortable. Write down every goal you are holding. Now look at them and ask yourself, which one deserves my full weight right now? You're not quitting the others. You're choosing a sequence. Now, let you sit with this. What if the frustration you have been feeling is not failure? What if it's your mind asking for order, your mind asking for sequence? What if it's your mind asking for you to simplify things? What if the answer to what you're looking for right now to achieve your dream is not by reading more books? What if you don't need more podcasts? What if the answer you truly need is not more advice, but fueling, defining what you really want? Imagine what will happen if all your effort gathered in one direction. How much clearer you will think, how much calmer you will feel, and how much faster you will move. You are not behind, my friend. You might just be divided. What if your mind is asking for simplification? What if nothing is actually wrong with you? What if there is nothing actually wrong with you? But something is just wrong with your distribution of energy, like where you put your efforts. You cannot divide your power and expect multiplied results, my friend. You must gather it. Listen carefully, my friend. You don't lack discipline. It might just be lack of concentration. And concentration brings the moment you choose what deserves your energy. It doesn't happen when your life gets easier. It doesn't happen when everything feels perfect. It happens when you decide. When you make a decision about what gets your best, a decision about what waits, because that matters most. You don't need more motivation. You might just need alignment. And alignment begins when you say, for this season, this is my lane, this is my focus, this is what I want to do. If you're ready to stop scattering your power, type I choose one in the chat. Thank you, you all. I see that comment in the chat. Thank you for making this interactive. Okay, I put a pause here, but don't forget, this is Geenius Drive. We don't panic when we feel stuck. We diagnose it and we look for solutions. Tomorrow, we'll talk about discipline of focus. Because clarity without discipline don't last. Have a blessed one, you all. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye now.